Hey everyone, thanks for joining me. Today I am going to show you the steps of how I screen print a t-shirt. So I start by making my design in the Cricut design space. I cut it out with my Cricut. I do mirror it and I cut it out on Oracle 651 vinyl. So then I go ahead and I weed my image, which is what you're seeing now. And as it comes out, you'll see that it's mirrored, and that'll make a little bit more sense when we go ahead and put it onto the screen. You'll see that we put it on the back side of the screen so that the top where we push our ink through is a nice smooth surface. So that's why we want to mirror our image. I learned that trick from the person who showed me how to do screen printing. Their handle is Pigskins and Pigtails. They have so many fantastic tutorials and tips and tricks, and I use so many of them. She is great. So once we're done weeding, there we go. We'll go ahead and flip it over, take it off of our mat. So I like to take it off like that. It helps keep the vinyl a little bit flatter. This is my transfer tape. So once everything's been weeded and cut, we're going to go ahead and put it onto the transfer tape. I use a low tack transfer tape. This is really important with screen printing. I've used a medium tack before, and it's really, really difficult to get your design to release onto the screen. So a low tack is definitely advised. I like the 6-inch version. It's just really handy, I find. I love it. I actually really love that tape. So we're going to go ahead and get it on the transfer tape, see how easy that is. And then we're going to take the screen and we're going to put it on the back of the screen. So I like to measure it just to kind of make sure most of my stuff is just a little bit off. So I try to make sure that I get it as good as I can. I do most of my burnishing from the front side because then I can have it on a flat surface and make it really easy to press it down. And then I'm going to go ahead and take off my transfer tape. And this right here, this process, this is why you need it to be a low tack. I've done this with a medium tack before and it was a nightmare. So definitely worth it to keep this on hand. Okay, fantastic. Once transfer tape's off, just give it another good press. Make sure that that vinyl is really well adhered to your screen. So you're going to come back and you're going to take some painter's tape and you're going to be taping off the areas where you don't want, ink to go. So the open spaces. I'm not going to tape off the entire screen. I just want to make sure that everything is covered well enough that I don't accidentally put ink where I don't want it to be. And then once the tape is on there, my screen will be ready for printing. Okay, so I've got this installed in my screen printing machine, and I'm going to be doing a color blend today. So I like to use 2 different colors. I have my t-shirt is already placed onto the machine. I just give it a couple of passes, lift it up, and there's our first coat. We're going to do 2 coats because this is a dark shirt, so you're just going to go over it with a heat gun, get it set, not cured. You can cure it with a heat gun. One thing I don't show in this video is that the ink has to dry for 24 hours or overnight, and then you're going to set it with a heat press. If you don't have a heat press, you can set it with an iron. I would look up that Pigskins and Pigtails, and they've got some great